Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Rslash ProRevenge. In today's episode, neighbor sued me after harassing my dog for months, lost horribly. The landlord lied to us and I cost him money. Make gender stereotypes? Fine, you'll regret it. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Neighbor sued me after harassing my dog for months, lost horribly. Several commenters telling me that you guys would enjoy this story. About 6 or 7 months ago, my neighbor got a drone. I don't mind people having hobbies, but for some reason he insisted on flying like the biggest jerk possible. He would hover in front of other houses and windows, try to race cars going down the road, and worst of all, he had a habit of flying his drone in my fenced backyard, buzzing over my dog, diving low just over my dog's head before circling around to do it again. My dog isn't small, he's about 70 pounds and a Malamute, but the drone terrified him, and I was worried what would happen if it hit him. I asked my neighbor several times to please not fly in my yard and explained that it was scaring my dog. He basically told me to get lost and laughed in my face. When it still continued, I called the police. Unfortunately, there wasn't much they could do other than ask him to please not fly over my house/property. Finally, in late December it happened. My dog got tired of his sh*t and managed to catch the drone right as it was diving towards him. He shredded the drone. The thing was just a jumbled mess of wires and plastic. Neighbor was pissed. He stormed over to my house swearing and threatening me, which I ignored. A week later, I got a summons to small claims court. He wanted $900 for the cost of his drone and an additional $300 for supposedly denying him access to his property. The drone sat in my yard for a couple hours before it was retrieved. He could have killed my dog. I don't have kids or a girlfriend, I just have my dog who is my best friend for the past 7 years. That dog has moved with me 3 times, was there when I graduated college, saw me buy my first house and my first new car. I love my dog. Went to legal advice, got some great help from them. Turns out, him suing me was the best thing to ever happen. When we got to small claims court, the judge basically laughed away his claims that I had intentionally trained my dog to attack his drone. But little did he know I was prepared. I had dozens of photos of my yard showing it was impossible for him to accidentally fly that low to my dog, videos of him harassing my dog in the past, and I had saved all my medical bills from taking my dog to the vet. $700 for an X-ray? Check. Another $250 to sedate him during? Why not? Don't want him being uncomfortable. Full dental exam with tooth cleaning/repair? $400. Then there was the cost of anti-anxiety meds and a secondary checkup, with food for a week in case his teeth were hurt, an extra just for good measure. In the end, the **hole ended up owing me almost $2,000, and now is being investigated by the FAA for not having a registered drone and violating several FAA regulations concerning drone flight, too near an airport, too close to other people, out of sight of operator and way above the maximum altitude. Enjoy never being allowed to fly drones again. The landlord lied to us and I cost him money. We lived in a very small house with no garage and we have a lot of tools and people, so we were looking for something better when we found a place. It was surrounded by fields and a solar farm, a huge house with electricity included in rent, and a large garage. We moved in, and after we had moved most of the stuff in, and it was too late to go back, the owner comes to tell us that in around 6 months he's repurposing the property for commercial purposes, and we would have to leave, a fact he had not told the property management company. After about a week we get the well water tested because it tastes funny, and we find out that it's severely contaminated with fertilizer from the nearby fields and not safe to drink. So realizing that this guy scammed us into renting a place we would just have to move out of again in no time, all to make a few bucks while he was waiting to get the land rezoned for commercial use, I decided to use up as much free electricity as I could. I had a very large room on the second floor of the house and 2 very powerful window air conditioners which ran at full blast the whole time I lived there. If I got cold, I turned on as many electric heaters as I wanted. The garage/shop was a separate building with metal siding on the outside and bare studs inside, so absolutely no insulation at all. I put 6 1500W heaters out there on full blast 24/7 all winter, and he didn't get the property rezoned for 10 months, so we stayed trying to find somewhere better to rent. I did some rough math, and I'm pretty sure I cost him more than $5,000 in unnecessary electricity. Also, the roof was caving in from snow load and disrepair at one point, and we just had to go shovel it. Make gender stereotypes? Fine, you'll regret it. So last summer I, 18 at the time, found myself working what I thought would be a chill job at a summer camp. I unfortunately got put with first graders, and it was more difficult than anything I had to deal with. Crying and screaming kids, teaching them lessons, and the worst part, taking them to the bathroom. The bathroom is boys take boys and girls take girls. Good rule, but my class was mainly boys and I had 2 co-workers, one boy and one girl, but unfortunately the guy was gone a lot. He was the grandson of the director and could get away with a lot, but he was chill and down-to-earth guy, so he is cool. The girl I worked with helped me with handling the boys because I couldn't take them all at once because they would cause trouble, and I had to watch them. Then things changed and I got put with a class with over 10 plus boys and 4 girls, and my 2 co-workers were replaced with one girl who we will call Lola, fake name LOL. She was a decent worker who helped me, but would refuse to help me with the boys, and some days it was unbearable with so many trips within the day, and mind you, I didn't even get a break. I did, but it was frowned upon to take the full break, because some law about student to teacher ratio. Anytime I would ask for help she would say, "Stop being lazy, do your job." I'm not a confrontational person and I'm very petty. This program liked assigning all the boys the heavy manual lifting for things, and we did that through the program. On the final week we merged classes, which gave me someone to help but more students to take, and my new supervisor called us lazy. Meanwhile Lola was on her phone, like us, and she barely moved and was pressed for her work. On the last week is when some malicious compliance kicked in. They told us, "You will work in the garden and help Delilah," a very sweet old lady. After all, boys should be good with lifting, right? I was annoyed because heavy manual labor and heat would have sucked, but it was better than bathroom escorting. We arrived at the garden, and we were treated with so much kindness, and all we did was watch her and make sure she was alright. She even let us play around with her hose. Any teenager with a hose and nothing better to do with it knows what I'm talking about, and it was a blast. We got to sit around and enjoy some needed rest. Later that day, as I was chilling in the cafeteria waiting for more tasks from Delilah, I got a call from Lola. "Where are you?" she exclaimed, and I replied, "Oh, just having a drink in the cafeteria waiting for Delilah to give us more tasks," and she complained about how I left her with all these kids and hung up. I laughed to myself because for the rest of the week I got to chill while she saw how much work I did while she sat around and realized everything I did. But it gets better. We helped Delilah set up a barbecue for the kids and work in the heat for all these hours to make sure everyone has good food and a good time, and we didn't even get a break. During the event, kids went up to me asking for me to take them to the bathroom, and I said kindly sorry. They asked me to watch the food and drinks. "Go ask Lola," and Lola came stomping over telling me to take the kids, and I say with the biggest *T eating grin behind my mask, "Sorry, I've been told to watch the food." She stopped off trying to palm the task off to someone else, and reluctantly she had the bathroom duty she never wanted. The fallout: due to the good job we did when helping Delilah, me and my co-worker got to leave early on our final shift and still get paid for it. Our supervisor's supervisor approved this. Did I mention I didn't tell anyone this? So I just left and I didn't say a word saying goodbye to the staff, and I never looked back. I wish I could have seen the look on Lola's face when she was left with all the work just as she did to me. Stay excellent, my friends. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.